I think elimination blackjack is going to blow up because poker's gone crazy. Now you have another tournament game of skill. Everybody knows how to play blackjack. It's going to be big.
With $1.3 million in prize money and a coveted UPT gold medallion up for grabs in a unique tournament format with forced eliminations and secret bets, it's blackjack like you've never seen before on the Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
Let's go! You can smell the testosterone.
You are a greedy guy.
We traveled 17 miles off the Las Vegas Strip, where over 120 of the world's most successful and feared gamblers were invited to compete.
Welcome to the Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
In the greatest and most competitive blackjack tournament ever. And they came to play.
Damn, this place is nice.
Now we're playing the game, fellas.
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Some players so dangerous, they're banned from every casino on the Vegas Strip.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not for cheating, but for being too good. The
I was
famous,
hoping somebody would bust.
the fierce,
telling you,
No, I'm not gonna put the chips down.
Then you're out. You're gone.
Here.
and the fantastic.
I like it. Yeah.
And in the end, only the best of the best survived the qualifying rounds.
Hey, the little man!
And made it here to Hollywood, where tonight, 7 of them will go head-to-head. And the winner will be taking home their share of over $1 million and securing their spot in our Tournament of Champions event, where they'll battle it out for even more money and blackjack immortality.
Come on, baby, one time!
Welcome to the Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
Hello, my name is Matty Moralejo, and next to me is, well, always, Max Rubin, the card king. Now, Max, a lot of people have been talking about the Ultimate Blackjack Tour like it's a revolution in blackjack tournaments. Why is this happening?
Well, Matty, tonight we're going to see legendary poker players, notorious card counters, and lucky internet winners go head-to-head in an exciting and exclusive elimination format where they battle it out for their share of over $1 million right here on the UBT.
Wow, nice round number, $1 million. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and kick off this tournament right by meeting the players in this week's Ultimate Blackjack Tour final table.
In seat number 1, it's Jimmy Pine.
Nicknamed Young Jimmy Dime by his Italian buddies back east, this colorful character is a certified wise guy. He's got no visible means of support and has been a high roller for over 20 years. His motto is pay the little people, and he's looking to get paid on the UBT.
In seat number 2, Antonio Esfandiari.
Abracadabra. Antonio's a hard-partying professional poker player and moonlighting magician from Las Vegas. Now he's going to bring his act to the elimination blackjack table to see if he can make his competition disappear.
In seat number 3, Joanna W.
They don't write the blog jokes about this lovely lady. Nicknamed the Queen of Spades, Joanna's a brilliant and beautiful card counter. It's fun to sit next to her anywhere except an elimination blackjack table.
In seat number 4, Robert Bleckman.
While he may look like someone dug him up out of a 1971 time capsule, Robert Bleckman is a modern threat. Most people don't realize that beneath that dopey grin lies a genius blackjack player.
In seat 5, David Matthews.
A budding pro on the tourney circuit for just a couple of years now, David Matthews is starting to make impressive waves. His almost religious commitment to the game makes him a serious threat here at the final table.
In seat 6, Eric Bloor.
This week's internet qualifier won his free seat playing Elimination Blackjack online at playubt.com. He's now living proof that playing at home doesn't always mean staying at home.
And in seat 7, James Grosjean.
He's the youngest member of the Blackjack Hall of Fame by 20 years. A master of bad disguises, Grosjean won't ever show his real face because casinos throughout the world are dying to find out who he is just so they can kick him out.
Well, there you have them, our 7 players ready to fight for their place in UBT history. Michelle, fire up that shoe and deal out some action as we start the Ultimate Blackjack Tour final table.
Come on, baby. Here we are.
And on the button first is going to be Jimmy Pine. All seats chosen randomly here.
Hey, I guess.
You're probably going to see some aggressive play from Jimmy Pine early on here.
I'm at a disadvantage here, but I will prevail.
And that disadvantage means he's sitting in that first seat, and he's got to bet first on that 8th and first forced elimination hand.
Well, right now, let's kick it over to our hostesses, Nikki and Shandy, so they can explain to us how we play elimination blackjack here on the UBT.
Everyone knows the basics of blackjack, but on the UBT, we play elimination blackjack.
Which is a unique tournament format that pits the players against each other and not just the house.
At the final table of the UBT, everyone starts out with $100,000 in chips, which is also the maximum bet.
The minimum bet is $1,000. The action starts on the button, which rotates clockwise every hand.
Once our timer lights up, players have only 10 seconds left to act.
Hit me. There are 3 forced eliminations on hands 8, 16, and 25, where the player with the least amount of chips will be eliminated.
Each player has one secret bet, which they can use at any time.
We play a total of 30 hands, and whoever has the most chips at the end of hand 30 will be our champion.
Remember, if you want to learn more about basic blackjack strategy, get tips from the pros, or find out more about elimination blackjack,
Log on to our official website, playubt.com, for all this and more.
Nice.
Thank you very much, ladies. Back to the action down here on the table. The 7 for James Groshine. Dealer showing a 3. Now in the hole, she's got a queen. Of course, all the viewers can see the whole card, but none of our players can, Max.
Boy, do they wish they could. Now, you take a look at the board here.
I wasn't looking at it like that, but that's okay.
The entire right side of this table is bet $1,000.
Staying on 15.
I'm supposed to stay,
12.
right?
I can't tell you, man.
7 plus 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
13.
3.
19.
It's what?
It's 19?
Yeah, that equals 19.
All right, I'm going to stay.
Antonio, I think, is just jostling there, Max.
Well, yeah, he did not play it by the book, but he got here today because he knows a lot about tournament strategy, Matty.
Okay.
Now I'll know what was right, because you're going to do
I'll take your 10.
Well, Robert's going to hit his 12.
Oh my God, I should.
Yeah, what a great. Oh, man. That was it.
We're going to see some stands here.
Eric Blue, our internet qualifier, stays on 13.
7.
double down.
Oh, he's going to hit. Okay.
James Groshine hits into a 17 as well.
You saved me from busting.
Anytime.
You're a good man.
And here we go. There's a 13 for the dealer.
Where's that 9? Oh, 17.
4's going to give her 17.
Yes.
Now, and wipes out that left side of the table. Looks like those guys on the right were pretty smart this hand, Matty.
Well, with Michelle making that hand, 5 players lose. Robert Bleckman, James Groshine push. But we still got 29 hands here of elimination blackjack. Way too early to start celebrating. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, the bigger the bets,
that's a lot of money.
the tougher it gets.
You too can make it to a UBT final table. To find out how, log on now to www.playubt.com. And don't forget, next time on the UBT, welcome to the UBT Zoo.
Spin it for the fish, baby.
Find out who gets caged.
Damn it!
And who runs wild.
Seems like a good bet to me.
Next time on the Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
What's up? My name is Antonio Esfandiari. They call me the Magician because I was a professional magician. That name just kind of stuck. I still do magic. It's fun. My friends and family, when I first started playing poker, thought for sure, you know, I'm gonna lose all my money one day. And then I started making money. I supported myself just off gambling. So they kind of were seeing the light. And then all of a sudden, poker got popular on TV, and now they're all completely supportive. And my dad actually flew in to watch me play in a tournament.
Woo, baby.
If we get down to 2, that means I win, right? Holy Toledo. I've always liked blackjack. I like to bet when I have the right math. This game has strategy, luck, technique, discipline, control, and thought. Then this blackjack tour came along. I was so interested and into it. There's so much strategy in the 8th hand, 16th hand, 25th hand, getting eliminated. I was really, really into it.
It's better than poker.
I can honestly say it was more exciting than a poker tournament because there's no slow period. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's fun, it's lucrative. I just love my life. I love being a professional gambler. Whoops, I haven't warmed up.
We're back now at the Ultimate Blackjack Tour. Here's what happened during the break.
In second to last place by hand 5, Joanna W. bet $7 grand.
7.
Stepping
7,000.
up. Stepping up to the ground.
Dealt an 11 to the dealer's 2. The Queen of Spades brought out her lucky moose and doubled down to be in for $14,000.
Okay. That's a lot of money.
Put it face down so she doesn't have to sweat.
When Michelle busted, the moose went loose as Joanna climbed into a close third place.
15,000.
Ready for his shot at the title, Jimmy Pine bet $15,000 in hand 6.
Don't get greedy.
Hey, little man!
Delta 20. He was poised to celebrate. But Michelle flipped over an ace.
No insurance.
No insurance.
Waving off insurance, he had to wait for fate to decide.
Yes! Tell the little man!
And Michelle made 18 and paid the little man enough for a $15,000 lead. $29,000 out of the lead in hand 7. Antonio needed a move.
32,000.
32,000.
Looks like 32.
The poker phenom bet 32 grand to kick off a comeback.
Come on, baby, one time.
Michelle stuck him with a 15 to an ace of her own. He decided to hit, busting, and a third of his chip stack disappeared.
I'm going back to poker.
This is hand 8. It's our first forced elimination hand. Max, who's feeling the heat right now?
Well, always the guy feeling the heat is the guy that's in last place, and that's Antonio.
All righty, well, we're going to go from 7 players to 6 players right now. Someone's going to be sent home. Who will it be? Let's send it down to our dealer, Michelle. Go ahead and fire up that shoe. Let's see who's going to be leaving our Ultimate Blackjack Tour.
Well, Matty, we saw Jimmy get aggressive. He's in that lead, and he's got to bet first here.
23,000.
He's our chip leader, and he comes out with a $23,000 bet.
Very aggressive bet. He could have locked out Antonio, but chose not to.
Antonio's in last place here.
Secret.
It's a secret.
And he's throwing out that secret bet chip. He's going to go to the booth, and, well, he's going to get a chance to make a bet that nobody else can see here.
Nobody else can see, and he's picked a perfect time for himself. He's sitting in a real tough spot right now. A lot of people can respond to him. And not much telling what he's going to put here, being a poker player.
Now look at this. All but $1,000. Held about $1,000.
Great play holding out that 1,000, Matty, because now he can double down, and when he does, the card will be face down. Nobody will know what he got for his hand.
Well, for all of us at home, we know he's bet $65,000. Joanna W. $12,000 bet.
Well, she comes out with 12, and Antonio's bet's looking better and better. If he wins, Joanna wins, he's going to pass her.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Robert Bleckman in 4th place bets $44,000.
Nice bet there. He covers Antonio with a win.
Joanna.
David Matthews, $12,000. He's going to move over to our internet qualifier, Eric Glore. He's sitting pretty here. Internet qualifier, he's got a great chance to move on.
Yes, he does.
And now the real bet comes in.
And James Groshi in 2nd to last place.
Will he bet $1 or $2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2?
10 seconds.
Don't do it. Take
Well,
another
James
4 seconds.
has got 10 seconds.
He's got to bet a minimum bet if the clock runs down. Well, that's a good bet by James Groshi. That puts him right in the middle of the pack. They all win or all lose.
Come on,
Well,
baby,
nobody's
one
safe here,
time.
Matty. It's going to come right down to who gets the cards.
And Joanna picks up an ace off the bat. She likes that.
She's getting the best cards so far.
She wants it.
There's an 11 for Jimmy.
Decision for Jimmy.
16. She's loving it. She's doing a dance. She's going crazy. But Max, you said it. Even now, she's got the blackjack, but she's still not safe.
Well, she's throwing a party. She's not going to be that happy if everybody else wins, Matty. She is not out of the woods.
And a 6 or 16 for James Grosjean. Dealer flips up a 10 and in the hole.
We see the 10.
Another 10, giving her 20.
Well, you know, Jimmy normally would double here, but he is a seasoned, look at this, seasoned tourney pro. He's smart. Right now, he has absolutely put himself in a position to be safe by not putting more money out on the table. There it is. We see that safe.
And Antonio's going to take a secret action. He's probably going to go back and double down that hand like you mentioned.
Oh, yeah. He'll go into the booth. He's only got $1,000 left. That's all he can put on that thing. But, you know, he makes that secret action bet, comes out there. They're going to give him a card face down. There it is, $1,000. That's all he could have bet. They're going to give him that card face down. And the rest of the table to his left aren't going to know what he got. And it's going to force them to make some pretty bizarre plays here, Matty.
Well, they don't know what he's bet, and they don't know what that card is. And there's Antonio's double down, face down card.
Yes.
Joanna's going to
says
stay on
stand.
blackjack.
You can double on it.
You can double on a blackjack here.
That's going to take her to 132,000. And look, Robert Bleckman's going to double down as well.
Absolutely. He doesn't want the rest of the table to know what he got. He was going to hit the hand anyway.
Good play. It's a good play.
Now David's got to do a little thinking.
Makes it very difficult.
What do you think he's going to do?
They're going to call him Double Down Dave. Double Down Dave. His new nickname, Double Down Dave.
10 seconds.
He's got 10 seconds to make a move.
Hit it.
He's going to hit his 13.
Takes one hit.
Hit the sucker.
Takes him out to 16.
And with that hit, Joanna W's now safe.
We need another minute.
Now I get 2 more minutes, right?
They do get 2 minutes on the forced elimination hands, Matty.
Give me one.
He waves it off.
And look at this, Eric Blora, internet qualifier. He's safe, he's going on.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
We can look for James to hit this out till he makes a hand, I think.
No, wait.
He's sitting on 15 right now.
Monkey head.
Hitting 15.
He's in 5th place with $40,000. He bust. Wow. That's going to make David Matthews safe. That's going to take James Grosjean down to $51,000.
Well, now it's all down to James, Robert, and Antonio. They're all in jeopardy, and it's all going to depend on those hidden double-down cards.
And we're going to start with Robert Bleckman's card.
Face cards.
If we both have 4s and 5s.
And he's right. He needs a 4 or 5 here. He's sitting on 16. That's not going to do it. That 17 is going to take him down to $46,500.
And now James is safe. Now it's up to Antonio. He needs a 4 or 5 to advance.
And here's his secret bet. He's all in. If he does not have a 4 or a 5, he will be eliminated here. And it's a 7, Max.
Well, Matty, they call him the magician, but he could not work his magic here at the UBT. We're going to have to say goodbye.
Well, you know, maybe he should have had something up his sleeve, because the man known as the magician is pulling a vanishing act from the UBT final table. As we say goodbye to Antonio, a lot of good news for everyone else, except for maybe Robert Rawhide Bleckman. You know, he's got the most hair, the most colors on his t-shirt, probably the most food in his cupboard, but unfortunately, he now has the fewest chips. But you know what? You can never count a cowboy out.
Hi there, guys. My name's Robert Bleckman. I'm 36 years old, coming to you from Culver City, California, my hometown. I'm a serious deadhead. This is kind of one of my trademarks, but my favorite, right here. I still keep my tie-dyes and my hair. I might actually wear this at the UBT tournament as a sort of tribute to that carefree youth that I used to have. But when I'm not doing that, I like to go up for a nice horseback ride. It seems a little corny and hokey, but as a kid, when I was 13, I took my bar mitzvah money and bought a horse. You know, some people meditate, other people rob banks for fun. Me, I like to go horseback riding. So you may as well just buckle the seatbelt and enjoy the ride. That's a lot of fun.
We at the UBT hope no horses were physically harmed during that taping. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, Robert Bleckman mounts a comeback to squash his competition.
You too can make it to a UBT final table. To find out how, log on now to www.playubt.com.
We're back now at the Ultimate Blackjack Tour. Here's what happened during the break.
By hand 11, former leader Robert Bleckman had dropped $100,000 out of first place.
All right, wait a minute, what am I gonna do?
He had but one choice. All in with his remaining $49,000. He was dealt an unlucky 13 to the dealer's jack.
All right, give me a 10.
When he hit, he busted and plodded off into the sunset on his poor little horse.
45,000.
45,000.
In hand 14, Blackjack Hall of Famer James Grosjean attempted to rally, betting 45 of his remaining $46,000. But fate remained cruel to the card-counting legend. Dealt a 15 to the dealer's king. He hadn't counted on a dealer blackjack. All he could do was watch as Michelle gobbled up his chip stack.
I bet 30,000.
30,000.
With Grosjean's foot out the door in hand 15, Dave Matthews had to move or face a last place position of his own. With 30 grand on the table, he was dealt an 18 to the dealer's 7.
18. Staying on 18.
He wisely stayed and prayed for the dealer bust.
Yes!
When she did, Matthews took sole control of the lead going into the forced elimination hand.
Well, that's what you missed while we were away. We're back now for our second forced elimination hand, hand 16. You know, unless someone does something outrageous here, James Grosjean with his disappointing $2,500 chip stack will be shown the door. But Max, by stringing him along, did anybody get saved in this last hand that won't be shown home?
Somebody got saved. We're not sure who it is because somebody else would have had to go home after this hand. Probably Eric because he's fourth place right now. He could have been seeing the door.
So this gives him a very, very great opportunity to get back in the mix of things. But right now, let's go ahead and send it down to the table, dealing out our second forced elimination hand right here at the Ultimate Blackjack Tour. And on the mud is our chip leader, David Matthews.
I've been thinking about what I was going to bet here. That's wise. 3,000.
3,000.
We can see he's safe, Maddie.
18.
18,000.
And look at this. It doesn't show that Eric's safe because if he completely lost his mind, Eric could split 4 times and double and lose all that. He won't.
Fingers by moving those chips, please.
And of course, James Grosjean's all in.
Yeah, and by the grace of Grosjean, all of the rest of the players, for one of the few times in UBT history, are actually sitting pretty. They're feeling great right now because they're safe. Nobody is going to be hurt now. Jimmy, again, you know, he doesn't have a safe on top of his name over here, but, you know, Jimmy's not going to lose his mind and get all the money out there either.
The dealer to have a really.
Now look at this. Grosjean picks up an ace.
Just pouring salt in the wound. It's a horrible thing to sit on an elimination table and know you're it before the hand is even finished. Whoa! Now he gets 2 aces. He can't split them. All he can do is hit out on that hand. Of course, now we see everybody's safe, Matty.
Dealer flips up a 10. There's a 10 on the hole. It's giving her a 20. Our other players, though, they still don't want to lose. They got some bets out there. They want to maintain their lead.
They got some big bets out here. I mean, our internet qualifier, who's moving ahead one more time, he's got $18,000. Jimmy's got $18,000. They want to win this hand, Matty.
Well, David Matthews bust. That's going to take him down to $124,000.
16. I mean, surrender.
And internet qualifier, he surrenders here.
Makes the right play. You surrender that 16 against a 9, 10, or an ace. That's basic strategy.
Continue. Words.
Insult to injury. Hit it.
Sorry, James, but you're right.
Basic strategy says to hit the soft 18. He does.
18.
He's going to stay.
You're good. 9.
And, you know, look at this. This shows you how important this hand is. Jimmy is starting to sweat it a little bit.
Get out of here.
He surrendered. I got a hit.
Hitting 9. You're fine. 15.
It's going to give him 15.
Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful?
Give him the 7.
16.
All right. Now give him a 7.
Now give me a what?
7.
Give me a 7. 5 of club.
Huh. Jimmy didn't like that.
Man, I wouldn't want to get this guy on my bad side either, Matty.
When he gets the 9, he busts. That takes him to 100,005.
13. 7 8. Hitting 13. 16.
Oh, tough spot there. About a toss-up hitting that 16 against the 10-up.
All right.
2 pair.
Joanna's going to hit it, currently in second. That's going to take her down.
And look at this. The only player still in the hand is the only player that we know is going to take a walk.
And there's the dealer.
And
20, and now it's official.
Sorry, James, you've been eliminated.
It's official. Man the road beyond counting. Been counted out. He's out of here.
You got to represent.
Well, as expected, James Grosjean's money is no longer good at this UBT final table. The man I like to call the Fu Manchu mullet has just been eliminated. That leaves 4 players to compete for their share of over $1 million. Now we have to take a short break, but stick around. When we come back,
26,000.
26,000.
our internet qualifier, Eric Bloor, tries to dethrone the Blackjack gods.
You too can make it to a UBT final table. To find out how, log on now to www.playubt.com.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Blackjack Tour. Let's take a look at what happened while we were away.
In hand 22, internet qualifier Eric Bloor made a move from 3rd place.
26,000.
26,000.
With $26,000 on the table, Michelle dealt him a pair of deuces and flipped a 3 for herself.
I'm gonna split.
4. Splitting 2.
Sensing a dealer bust, Eric split his 2s to be in for $52,000.
14.
Staying on 14.
He stayed on a 12 and a 14. A dealer bust would put him $1,000 out of the lead.
6, 7, 8, 6. Give me a 10. 5.
Sitting in last place, Jimmy Pine rooted Michelle on, and she made 21, dropping Eric Bluer down to $60,000 and $80,000 out of first place. After losing $30,000 bets each in hand 23, hand 24 was do or die for Jimmy Pine and Eric Bluer. With $65,000 to his name, Jimmy Pine moved in for $61,000.
29.
Well, Eric bet 29 of his remaining 30.
Ace monkey!
Jimmy begged for a hand. But Michelle stuck the little man with a 13.
Oh, I love this.
After Eric doubled down on a soft 18 to be all in,
Can't surrender now.
Watch this play.
Staying on 13.
Jimmy Pine stayed and left the fateful decision to Michelle.
Take a hit. Take a hit. Bust.
Then she busted. And like his blood pressure, Jimmy Pine rocketed upward into second place, while Eric Bluer doubled up to compete for more.
Well, as you can see, Jimmy Pine and Eric Bluer are enjoying a new lease on their UBT lives for the moment anyway. Now joining us up in the booth for our third, fourth,